E aí galera, salve salve, dia que de volta no canal AndeXGames para mais uma live. Vamos para a nossa segunda gameplay aí do Avowed. Chegou ontem no Game Pass. Salve, aqui de volta no canal AndeXGames para mais uma live. Vamos para a nossa segunda gameplay do Avowed. Você tá chegando agora no YouTube, deixa aquele like. Game Pass. Deixa seu like aí galera, você tá chegando no YouTube, deixa seu apoio também com a sua inscrição. Se inscreva aí e ajude a bater nossa meta aí no canal. Você tá chegando na roxinha também, dê seu apoio aí, seu follow. Seja um sub também no canal. Fazer seus pontos aí. As brincadeiras legais pra você resgatar com seus pontos. Caso você queira contribuir um pouco mais, tem nossa página de doação. Você pode estar acessando através do QR Code, fica aparecendo aqui no canto superior direito. Ou acessando diretamente a página midfielder.tv.br/AndeXGames. Você pode estar escolhendo um áudio personalizado aí para mandar na live. Além da sua mensagem que vai ser lida por uma IA, uma voz de IA. Vamos abrir o jogo aqui. Vamos lá para o game. Essa última live. Continuamos aqui. tinha visto essa opção aqui antes, terceira pessoa. Testando aqui, ver como que fica. Deu uma bugada aí. É o seguinte, vamos começar de novo. Acho que a geração de quadros não tá ajudando. A geração de quadros tá horrível. Iniciar aqui pra ver se volta. Se volta ok. Beleza. É estranho quando você muda. Fica estranho o jogo. Isso. Esse escudo aqui que a gente pegou. Deixa ele bem leve. Pra baixo. Pra baixo da égua. E eu vou andando. Certo.
Old fella who used to live here ended up in one of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why.
Galho. Não tô afim não. Nossa, já ficou de noite.
So, how long do you think it'll be before the locals realize how much good we're doing for them? Realize?
Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself. I'm your death, swift and subtle, like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod.
Hello.
Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
Vamos ver se você pode ser aqui. É que eles... Ok. Está portando a praga. Não é para nossa velocidade. Está prestes a começar uma luta aqui no vagão. Você decidiu ver como eu estava ansiosa. Agora que você mencionou, eu tenho sentido um pouco doente.
That's right. Think of us as the Paradise Welcoming Committee. And you're not welcome.
Hey, that's not nice.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one.
É isso,
At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
eu sobrevivi à batalha para um par de armadilhas se matarem. Vamos conversar sobre isso. Eu não quero nenhum problema.
Well, trouble wants you. Ha! Let's make it quick. You're not the only one with places to be.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
Oh, no, you don't.
Toma, mulher mesmo. Sem dó nem piedade.
Let's see what you got. That's one for us.
Corrida. Tá confusa o documento de missão. Pegaremos a última recompensa com informações sobre o embaixador da Ediran. O Ediran dele, o bem preferido. Não há nada que não seja de nosso interesse. Tudo tem um preço. Gostei muito não dessa pessoa. Essa primeira é mais legal.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown. Gods be with you, envoy.
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The ambassador's expecting you. The Clavager took good care of us. Always paid on time. Paradise can be a nice place, if you know the right people.
Envoy?
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived and you're already the talk of the town.
That sounds
Cortei o
ominous.
esqueleto.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you.
Enquanto a inquisidora lá de mim, você disse que ela estava procurando por mim. Eu nem encontrei ela. Meu Deus, capitão, você tem sido de grande ajuda.
Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason. Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, envoy.
What? No parting words from me after all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead.
E ainda vou
How's
ficar
that for a
bacana.
parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adirans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now, right?
Just keep Kai out of trouble, you hear? I think we're done here.
Envoy!
Eita. Pegou logo uma flechada no bucho. Do outro lado.
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here?
Eu sei. Como disse que não estou mais nas terras férteis. Eu estou. Que lugar é esse? É o paraíso. É o inferno. De novo. Não é que você não seja motivo de revistar o que aqui seja. Você está me perguntando? Você quer entender o que acabou de acontecer?
The arrow struck. Then your soul found us, here in the emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive.
Morri. Pelo menos foi rápido. Poderia ser pior. A morte vem para todos os mortais. Tudo bem, só queria saber como. Claro, um grande ajuda você foi.
Worse, you died. Someone cut short your span. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind.
Acho que há maneiras piores de partir. Espero que a próxima vida seja mais gentil comigo e com a pessoa que me matou, seja quem for. Pena me ter levado a pessoa que
They hurt you, but we do not hear rage hissing in you like a serpent. Why?
não adianta guardar rancor. Tudo que posso fazer é seguir em frente. Sinceramente, prefiro morrer de novo do que continuar falando isso. Mas deixa minha alma em conta. Entende?
Soften. Quiet. You would accept the winter before spring, but you do not understand. Your soul is imprisoned here, as are we. But we can help you. We could send you back. Just this once.
Uma vez. Isso quer dizer com me mandar de volta como? Se você deve haver um meio de tirarmos você daqui também. Tem que ter uma pegadinha. O que isso vai custar? Meu Deus, mas prefiro me arriscar na próxima vida.
The minnow can slip the fisher's net, even while the prize remains. And the fox chews its leg off to escape the hunter's snare. It is the only way. We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison.
Muito bem, isso vai doer, não é? Vamos acabar logo com isso. E quer que você seja obrigado.
You shall know pain like no other. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands.
Você acordou graças aos deuses. Eu não achei que eu teria um problema em mãos. Aconteceu comigo tudo que me lembro da dor da voz.
A voice? Tell me more.
Uma figura enorme e brilhante. Me disse que não era minha hora de morrer.
A vision of the beyond? And an ethereal manifestation? That's incredible. Your friend here carried you halfway across the city. Made quite the spectacle.
Probably not the grand imperial entrance he was aiming for. Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill.
Salve, Juca, pela presença. Viena. Discutir. Restaurou o estado ainda. É mesmo das habilidades, né? Após me trouxe de volta, não tenho certeza disso.
That's what everyone in Paradise is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died.
Mapa aí. 100 anos cultivando humanidade a veneno. Acho que a voz teve algo a ver com o meu retorno. Isso é incrível. Então eu voltei, não quero ficar pensando nisso. Posso ir, preciso ver o embaixador.
I suppose it's possible. Not that I can prove it one way or another.
What does this mean for him? Should he expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible.
Já tive uma visão. Alguém estava pedindo minha ajuda. Você vê esses tipos de sintomas com frequência? Eles continuam falando como se você não estivesse presente.
Sounds like the echo of a past life. I wish I could tell you more. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul.
Estranho termos. Observante. Como sabemos, podemos confiar nessa observante.
Well, she doesn't accept payment. All you have to lose is your time. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job.
Essa mina não é uma gota alma. Deve encontrar observante. Apenas me aponta na direção certa.
Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you.
Agradeço, Liviana. Ótimo, talvez ele saiba que me matou. Nem mesmo a morte pode me livrar de minhas obrigações.
Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy.
Me apresentar ao embaixador e o gato. Imediatamente. Tem essas postas aqui. E o embaixador.
I suppose following the chain of command will soothe his worries. Either way, I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up. Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone. And we should talk back again. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
Hey! Any injuries I should know about? No?
Ação.
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside.
Achando.
Godlike. Interested in saving a couple of lives? So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right?
Eu mesmo, por quê? Estreitar os olhos. Mentira, sei que você pegou. Vira no errado.
Interesting. Say, would you be up for helping out some down on their luck Adirans who can't catch a break?
Ah, porque alguém de valia se portaria com uma pessoa desafortunada de ID.
Oh, heroic and observant, huh? Joking aside, I know this seems strange, but they helped me out when I needed it. I'm just trying to return the favor.
Os amigos precisam de ajuda com o quê?
Velarde. Loughlin and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of adherents. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an adherent in the city. Now they're everywhere. Well, let's stick to the matter at hand. Anyway, with all these adherents coming in, Loughlin and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adherents in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink.
Não sei por que achei que eu posso ajudar com isso.
Ah, but you can. There are herbs in the wilds around Paradis that can restore Gladwine's sight. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the adherent envoy, for the hero who braved the strangle route, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima. Many thanks, envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork. I don't know. That's the problem. Mako and I had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes. Thank you, envoy. God bless you. Envoy.
Wish that sawbones would hurry up. I gotta get back to him. No one else is coming to help. Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs.
Da idade, não é? Me curvaria, mas acho que desloquei meu ombro. Posso ter quebrado algumas costelas. Se você se envolveu em uma briga, o nunca aconteceu. Esses aqui eu encontrei curandeiro. Conheceu?
Is that the lady who brought you back from the dead? Tej, the ambassador's secretary. He told me you got sniped the second you walked through the gate. Thwack! I couldn't believe it. I mean, talk about getting off on the wrong foot. Anyway, don't worry about me. The Sawbones is going to escort me to the clinic any minute. And I'm not exactly in a hurry to see him. Not until I get help from my brother.
If Adir's medics are anything like Rawatais, we'll hear your screams from 3 blocks away.
Oh, good. That'll be a lot of fun for everyone.
Passa você sim, bem de novo.
Yes, sir. My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy.
Não diga mais nada, eu vou atrás deles. Esse templo parece perigoso. O que vocês estão fazendo lá? O expedicionário. Acho que nunca ouvi falar de vocês. As façanhas do corpo.
It's built on ruins, and the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple, someone the locals call the Oracle. He's a... well, he's like you. A godlike.
Deidade.
He belongs to Aethys. And if the rumors are true, he's the very last of his kind.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
Sorry. Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick.
Esses personagens não têm ideia de como eles caminham pelo Império. Aí você sabe algo sobre esse oráculo? Porque o corpo expedicionário precisa falar a deidade.
This oracle, he set himself up in a godless ruin. Turned it into a temple to Aethys, right? Supposedly, he built the whole place up just to house a holy relic. A bone from Aethys' titan.
É ridículo ter certeza de que esse homem não é só louco.
Not any more than you'd have to be to worship Aethys, or to have part of him in you. But if you're really asking whether this thing he's got is actually a relic of Aethys, well, seems far-fetched to me. Yeda, our captain, she believes these titan skeletons are what's left of the gods' physical bodies. They used to get up and walk around. And this godlike, he's got a piece of the one that belonged to Aethys. That's what my team is down there to confirm, anyway.
Esses personagens não têm ideia de como é escravo de sobre o oráculo. Isso aqui pretende fazer com esta relíquia.
Well, if that relic really is what it's said to be, and if it can heal the sick like it's said to do, it can't stay here. Not in some dank hole in this mouldering backwater. Not when it can help our people with the Dream Scourge. Or help people back home who deserve it more. And yet is determined to get that relic, no matter the risks. The rewards are just too great.
But
Envoy, I'm afraid it's a lie. And they're all going to die down there for nothing. Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass.
Segue. O relatório vai ajudar sua equipe a voltar em segurança. Para algumas pistas das ilhas de pedras. Esses peregrinos você selecionou.
Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
Por nada, meu filho.
Envoy?
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober.
You died. But you're here.
Aqui,
Gods,
bicho.
am I glad to see you?
Isso aí, legal.
Envoy, hello. I'm glad to see you on your feet. Kai.
Tej,
I'm surprised they let you in here.
I'm surprised you're still gainfully employed.
Se conhece. O que quer que esteja acontecendo entre vocês, guardem para si mesmo.
I wouldn't say that. He's just curious company for you to keep.
Salve Xbox 5080 RTX. Oxente. Valeu pela presença aí, pela mensagem. Vou testar assim que finalizar o Kingdom 2. Tá jogando Kingdom Come. Deliverance. Tá na reta final do jogo. Bacana. Não deu pra comprar o jogo. Eu até tenho o primeiro. Não joguei ainda o primeiro. Consegui de graça o primeiro. Na loja da Epic. Vou ver se eu jogo ele. Pra ver se é bom. Se eu gosto. Jogou o primeiro também. Kingdom Come.
It's nothing like that. You run into all sorts of characters around here, is all. Some more polite than others.
Tem mais coisas nessa história. Se não quiser, pessoa não você mais.
Well, Kai? Come on, it's funny. Tej caused a ruckus last time he was slumming it at the Battle Rock. You were trying to kill a man, if I remember right. I had to put you outside.
You threw me into the canal.
You lived.
That water's filthy. I had the runs for 3 days.
Gods, Tej. The envoy doesn't need to know that.
História primeiro é melhor. A mecânica do segundo é melhor, superior.
The fellow cheated me. I couldn't let that slide. Or he'd think we were all marks.
It was over a dice game, right? Tej here has a gambling problem.
Great. Let's air all my troubles. Is there anything else?
The bartender sleeping with your girlfriend.
You're lying.
You sure about that?
We'll talk about this later.
I'm not breaking up with her for you. Just so we're clear.
That's more than enough. Thank you. Was there anything I could help you with, envoy?
Vai enfrentar o Kai. Será que você pudesse responder algumas perguntas para mim?
Naturally, sir. How can I help you?
O que Lodwin está fazendo na cidade? Gostaria de entender melhor como funciona Paradis. O operador não teve tempo de me informar sobre as terras férteis que eu preciso saber. Tudo isso. Eu vi bastante sobre essa inquisidora Lodwin. Quem é ela? Disseram para mim comprar um observante. Ensinar sobre eles. Você pode me contar. Você falou com aquele batedor lá na frente. O secretário do embaixador, como ele é.
Off freak? I did. Terrible shame what happened to his brother. It sounds like his injuries were severe. I saw you two talking. I hope you can help him, envoy. I don't mean to twist your arm, but don't delay too long. There have been earthquakes in the region lately. Floods, cave-ins. Gods know what else is possible down in that cave. You're the only one we have with the expertise for that kind of field work.
Aside from the people in trouble down there, which says something to the danger in that cave.
Whatever I think of the Expeditions Corps, they serve a vital purpose to the Empire. I'm glad it's you going after them. Well, you'll notice I'm nearly always here. If that man sleeps, I don't know about it. He wouldn't say, but I believe he relied on the Claviger far more than he lets on. And without the Claviger's steady hand at the rudder, the ambassador's struggling just to bail water from the sinking ship that is Paradis.
Claviger Amon might have tolerated a little more chaos than the ambassador liked, but he kept this place humming. He's not someone you can easily replace, and not with one man alone.
It's a difficult job. The pressure sometimes gets the better of him. But if he loses his temper now and then, I can't blame him for it. Better him than me.
Ele quando está trabalhando, que é o trabalho dele.
He doesn't know what to do with himself. You know, in our first days here, he'd often walk to the end of the docks at sunrise. The work was done, the embassy was closed, and he'd still be wearing the same clothes he'd slept in at his desk. And he'd just stare out over the sea. He always seemed dissatisfied back then. I suppose, years later, he still does. Of course. What would you like to know?
Nada, quem vive aqui. Suas intenções de ID.
The Resistance, as such, are largely a group of misfits and criminals intent on undermining the rule of law. They take out loans with small Adiran banking houses and do not pay them, then assault the bankers who attempt to collect. They agree to contracts with families in Adir seeking homes, and when their ships arrive, promptly abandon them. When we levy a small tax to fund the repair of city roads, they set our counting house on fire. And when our fishermen return to port, they board their ships and sink them.
That's certainly one way to characterize them. It's not exactly wrong, but it's not exactly right either.
For decades, people like them ruled this city through fear. We imposed order, and now they oppose us. You, unfortunately, were caught in the crossfire.
Simplesmente acabou se vendo no fogo cruzado.
If you're looking for a particular year, the first thing you should know about Paradise is that this isn't the kind of place where the locals keep records. And though it might be considered a distant backwater by the rest of the world, this city is the height of civilization by the standards of the living lands. As for who calls this place home, I suspect you could find a criminal, confidence man, or prophet from every civilization in the world here.
Hey, come on. You're gonna give the envoy the wrong idea. We've got draft dodgers, courtesans, and revolutionaries too. You know, all the fun people.
In any event, as far as I can tell, Paradise has been this way since its inception. Thus the eclectic display of architectural styles. If nothing else, this city is a reflection of the countless people who have passed through it on their way to the interior. Depends on who you ask. Ambassador Heelgard will tell you that our remit here is to establish a secure and orderly environment from which to engage in trade. Inquisitor Liudwin will tell you we're here to break the frontier.
So, which is it?
Why not both?
Enquanto a praga dos sonhos.
That's where you come in. Whether you find your desires aligning with the ambassadors or the inquisitors, Neither can succeed until the Dream Scourge is ended. We are only beginning to see its effects here in Dawnshore, but the closer to the center of the island you go, the worse it gets. That bear you and the ambassador encountered in the Strangle Route isn't even the worst of it. And the tide of this soul plague is rising higher every day.
Os paralisanos. Paralisanos. Se tem relação a nós.
Look, for all that I complain about this backwater, there are good people here. Same as anywhere else. People who want to be able to walk to the market in the morning for their bread and eggs and know they won't be mugged. People who like it when the mail comes on time, and their skates are made from real copper, and their neighborhood peeping Tom ends up in the stocks. Those people, good and honest people, who pay their debts and honor their contracts and remember to thank the gods, they like us a lot. By all means. Consider yourself lucky. Inquisitor Ludwine is the commander of the Steel Garrote in Paradise. Were you to ask her, she'd say she keeps the peace. But she doesn't keep it so much as prosecute it. As ruthlessly as the ambassador will let her. She's also a veteran of the Steel Garrote's campaign in the Deadfire, where she died.
She's a Death Guard. Well, that explains a lot.
I don't know what happened to her there, but I suppose Wodaka wasn't done with her yet.
Guarda da morte. A vingança.
I only met her once. She was a mid-level member of the Steel Garrote then, chasing oathbreakers who'd fled Adiran law. She'd come back to the Imperial Archives to borrow a map to a place called Oathbinder's Sanctum. I remember she was furious because the map was quite poor. She worried about finding the place, about properly executing her duty to her god. She wanted, I think, to do a good job. So, while clearly she has changed, in some sense, I'd say she's much the same. Death Guards are surpassingly rare. Some of the secretaries who traveled without dignitaries in the Deadfire spoke of one named Essa, a devotee of Berith, who guards the hanging sepulchres there. But I've heard of no others except those I've read about in the histories, or, as you say, in stories. They are people, most often paladins or priests, so devoted to a cause that they simply refuse to pass on to the wheel when they die. Their soul haunts their body. The passion required to sustain them devours their flesh, and they swiftly turn to bone. I've never read a history nor tale of a death guard that did not end with them going quite mad. When they lose their capacity to care for anything but their cause, they cannot love. And when they cannot love, they cannot be merciful. And so everything before them becomes only an obstacle. Think upon your promises and die. That's the litany of the Steel Garrote, usually said right before they kill you. They're an order of paladins born and bred in Adir, though Clearly, they've found plenty of work beyond our borders. Their remit is simple but comprehensive. They punish all who break their oaths. In practice, that has historically meant contracts. One lord or merchant will hire the Steel Garrote to bring a duplicitous rival to justice.
Fun bunch. What are they doing in Paradise?
Since the events in the Deadfire, their operations have expanded. The Steel Garrote has always been associated with Wodeka. Now, they are explicitly her order. And they go wherever Wodeka's priests, or Wodeka herself, believes there is a need for them to go. The Living Lands are a dangerous, lawless frontier in sore need of order. Thus, they are here. Or so the Steel Garrote say. Do you think so? I've always found her inflexibility comforting. Wodeka's edicts are clear. If you obey her laws, pursue justice, punish the guilty, and give fealty to the Emperor, then you have pleased her, and I aim to please. But Wodeka does not trust. She demands that you declare yourself for her again and again. Her every request is a test, and her every test is an opportunity to disappoint her. I appreciate a god who makes you work for their grace. I don't want anything given to me for free.
E uma deusa que faz você trabalhar pela graça dela. Quero que nada seja dado a mim de mão beijada.
I'm an open book. There's a lot of ground to cover. Could you be more specific? Ah, the age-old question. Who's bigger? Adir is, naturally, by a wide margin. And were we at the Cartographers Guild in High Crown, I could show you on one of their globes. As it is, we must make do in the theater of our minds. The Living Lands are located in the far north of Aora. Adir is southwest of the Living Lands,
Mikey, boa noite.
situated along the equator.
Bonito. Clima terreno para se saber o que esperar.
The living lands are more arid than Adir, and the island is more prone to storms. But its many deep valleys protect the various townships from the worst of the weather. Topographically speaking, the living lands are a place of extremes. Deep inland, mountains rise high enough to rival those of the White March, blanketed year-round in snow. While east of the volcano of Mount Forja is an acid sea that sinks far below the level of the ocean. The lands between them are riven with deep clefts in the earth and isolated by wastelands of sun-baked sand dunes.
Regiões entre elas são marcadas por penas profundas, até isoladas por terras desertas de dunas e areia queimadas pelo sol.
I'll share what I can. There is no singular authority in the living lands.
Not yet, anyway.
I shudder to think what the living lands would look like under your rule.
Well, to start, there'd be a lot more brothels.
Charming. Power is invested in the leaders of the various townships scattered across the island. The largest are Fjord, Thirdborn, and Solace. None of which, I will note, are as safe and orderly as Paradise. Of course.
Tô no PC.
I trust whomever told you to consult a watcher also told you to avoid the one in the city. She is a liar and a thief.
Oh, did she take your money?
No. Anyway, watchers are individuals capable of perceiving souls. The soul may be in a living body, or it may simply be lingering, waiting to pass into the in-between. In either case, interacting with a soul allows a watcher to glimpse a person's past lives or their most deeply buried memories. Watchers are incredibly rare, and in Adir, highly controlled. Many people wish to know who they were in a previous life, and do not like what they learn.
Extremamente raros, ID, estão muito controlados. As pessoas desejam saber que foram em uma vida anterior, gosto do que descobrem. Acontece com eles em ID, os perigosos.
The smart ones stay hidden. They do not announce their powers, perhaps not even to themselves. Even a careful watcher risks inadvertently revealing themselves by knowing something they shouldn't know. Of the ones that are public, little is concretely known. But we hear things. They make good judges in Wurka's courts, so long as they're controlled. The lords, it's rumored, buy and sell them to collect blackmail on their enemies. But I suspect many watchers are imprisoned or executed, or simply kill themselves.
São perigosos. Poderia me tornar observante. Existem observantes famosos. Conhecer.
A watcher doesn't need your cooperation or consent to read your soul. They could learn everything about you, terribly damaging things about your parentage, for example, or things you did in a past life, without you ever knowing. You see how this could threaten the established order, undermine our betters' right to rule.
Yeah, but that's just one side to it. Imagine how a watcher feels, knowing what a threat they are to the status quo. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be keen on kings and emperors wanting me dead. Sounds like a lot of hassle.
Don't sell yourself short, Kai. I don't doubt you're an expert in people wanting you dead.
You're not wrong.
I rarely am, in any case. The Watcher is fundamentally a tragic figure. Of the few that survive our world, most are destined to go mad. Yes and no. So far as I understand it, a Watcher is born a Watcher. But it takes an event, often something shocking or traumatic, to bring a watcher's powers to the fore. So you may be a watcher, or I may be, or Kai, and we might not even know. Well, the Watcher of Cadnua is legendary. It was their castle Aethys destroyed when he began his campaign of terror in the Dead Fire. Oh, by the Queen, I hope I get to meet them someday. In terms of local interest, you'll have heard of Runid, of course. And there was Ida. You may not know about her. She was a watcher from the Living Lands. I believe she was an Orlan. She must have died, 150 years ago. Slain by a great serpent, gods treat kindly with her soul. Doubtless there are others, but most don't meet a good end. I'm an open book. Should you ever need me, I will be here. Safe travels, envoy.
Tá bom, né? Já chega.
Envoy, is it really you?
Com esse cabo aqui agora. Ambassador. Gata Inquisidora.
You're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
Intuição. Desorientado, tonto, meu pulso está acelerado. Considerei fretar um barco de volta.
Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. You said you had a missive for me from the Emperor?
A mensagem do Imperador.
Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
A Majestade está preocupado. Os esforços da coroa das terras férteis possam ser ameaçados pela praga do sono.
With that, I had better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
Isso tem algo a ver com a minha natureza da idade. Eu acabei com uma flecha no meio das entranhas.
At this point, I can't rule anything out. We're in uncharted waters. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the dream scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
Investigar a praga dos sonhos. Busque o que custar. Começar o trabalho então. Pode ser a testa substantivamente. Supondo que já esteja aqui. Deveria ter me chamado antes. Pode ser tarde demais. Qual é a origem desse nome final?
Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
Tem motivo. Código gratuito não se sustenta. Vem atrás de mim, acabei de chegar. Matar foi ousado. Tal desrespeito tão arrogante pode ser ignorado.
All the more reason to strike first, or so the thinking goes.
Whatever their reason, we have to retaliate for the good of the Empire. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice.
Me dá essa inquisitora. Eu não paro de ouvir falar.
Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the living lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
Mostrando. Estamos caçando erros. Você provou ser capaz até agora o que ele pode fazer. Você não pode. Considerá-lo a sua recomendação.
I can tell you're skeptical, but remember that you're an outsider here, and a lot of Kith aren't exactly thrilled to see so many adherents in their midst.
New weeds, a new beast in the tall grass. Predator or mate?
As you've seen firsthand, you could use some local help, especially if we really are after Paradisans.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another.
Liviana sugeriu que a visitação observante.
An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Precisa disso. Estreita a porta então, um assassino. Consegue qualquer lugar agora. Aí preciso de você ao meu lado. Posso contar com você.
We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Balrog? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach.
Tragedy. The recently arrived envoy from Adir was assassinated just inside the front gates. Killer is still at large. A captain from the Valian Trading Company seeks a criminal known as Trevik. Trevik and his crew are believed armed and deadly.
So close. But that's the point. It's useless without that Andra. Oh, you are a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us. No, of course I'm not drunk. I am an alchemist. You should know, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of madness. Even the plants and the animals feel it. Something is happening here. The plants and the animals are changing. No one knows why, or exactly what's doing it. Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service. My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and the fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas. Quite likely. Tell me, was it drooling? I'd love to... never mind. Neither here nor there. No one knows how best to describe it, but we can all see it. Something is distorting the life around here. And I hoped to stop it. Possibly, yes. But now I can't begin my tests without my main reagent. I have everything I need, but the most important part. The luminous Adra, to cleanse the souls of the wildlife. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath. At this point, I'll take any help I can get. My friends must have lied, or they got the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it. Best of luck with that. I saw them briefly not too long ago, looking shifty and desperate.
They were running around the paradise, talking to other scholars in the area. Ganef and Remio, I believe. And an older lady. Don't recall her name. I'd be very grateful. I know it looks like I'm crying, but it's from the acrid fumes I inhaled earlier. Any luminous adra will do, he said, as if the stuff were falling from the sky.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or maybe more essence. Please buy something. I'm trying to prove a point. My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead? See? You understand? It's not cheating. It's being prepared. Of course not. I wouldn't sell you something I thought would kill you. That's not good for business. I did that once. I had to hire a watcher to get the phantom out. I suppose I shouldn't brag about that to a potential customer. You there. You look like you know your way around... hello. I heard what happened. I see why you'd want to protect yourself.
Aceito nas tópicas que vende armas e armaduras como suas.
Probably because I made them. Or most of them, anyway.
Tenho medo dele passar a perna em você. As reuniões. Alguns dos seus clientes não tiveram um final feliz.
I've already been paid for them. If Walter happens to stumble onto them later, what can I do?
You mean enchanted? No. A shield does its job just fine. It doesn't need to be tinkered with. Talk to my sister if you're interested in that kind of thing. She's over there. At least I don't think she's blown herself up yet. I don't know where she gets it. I'd swear she was adopted if we didn't look alike. 3 generations of hammering, and then she comes along. Guess souls are strange like that.
Padrão. O que o cara precisando?
The hunters set that up as a way to earn some extra coin.
A pleasure, envoy. I'm Aldrich, the bounty master of Paradise. If it suits your fancy, check the board for work. The dangerous kind. Some more than others. Speak to me when you've got something to turn in.
Um mestre de recompensas paradas.
Hey, someone had to take the job. Ensuring that these threats to the good people of Paradise are eliminated is my way of helping. I guess I consider it my first steps down a long road to atonement. Apologies, friend, but that's none of your concern. I left there for a reason, and now I'm here. And that's all you need to know. Be safe out there, you hear?
Quero não. A coisa já pra fazer.
You there? Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him, now can I?
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed. What is this? A charnel house?
First week in the Living Lands.
Isso. Se pegar esse machado.
Damn this city. Every day someone new turns up dead.
Huh? You, what are you doing? This is a crime scene. That's evidence.
That's the Imperial envoy. Stay out of his way.
Right. My mistake. I've seen worse. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Eu sou ladrão, rapaz. Eu pego é tudo. Nada pra trás.
If the militia had any formal instruction, they'd get it here.
Venha.
You're a damn good shot, you know that?
Oh, I'm well aware. But thank you. It's very sweet.
Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
You really want to know the answer to that question?
You know what? Maybe it's better that I don't. No. It's kind of nice when the city was still locked down.
cute?
Shark.
What in the god's name are you talking about?
Think about it. No one coming
Gales.
in and out. No smugglers to look out for. No more deerings coming into the city.
You actually kind of have a fair point there.
Atualizado.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Siga. Chapéu.
Well, this is the Sparrowhawks district. State your business.
Onde eu quero. Está à toa. Vamos ver o que você quer. Aqui dá uma olhada. Milhões que são.
We're an association. One that remembers what Paradise used to be. People do one for us, and we keep Adir off their necks. That a good enough answer?
Criminosos organizados.
Could say the same about you. Now out with it. Why are you here? Things can happen to people who get too curious. Go on. But remember, Thal's got his eye on you. I wouldn't get on an ogre's bad side. Watch your back. Or don't.
Hail! I take it you're new to these parts? If so, you're going to want to heed my advice. Up these stairs is the Pearl District. Ever since the Sparrowhawks took over, it's become a right deadly place.
Deveria me importar com esses aviões. Sim.
A group of smugglers. Vicious killers, the lot of them, as far as I'm concerned.
Que era com o distrito das pérolas no final.
A number of artisans actually support these piles of Stelgar dung, if you can believe it. They see them as a beacon of independence, resisting your countrymen. Oh, watch out for their leader. He's a big, mean bastard, that one.
Big? No offense, but I've eaten chickens bigger than you.
Says you, fish man. Can you believe the cheek on that one? Thala the Taskmaster, they call him. An ogre, if you can believe it. Only seen him once myself, and I hope it stays that way.
Somos ogros decentes em minhas viagens. Eles não são todos cabeças quentes. Surpresa, achei que os sem reclusos que viviam em cavernas roubavam um gado. Foto sua aqui, meu povo está aqui para manter a paz. Vai durar muito.
I hope you're right. We'll see soon enough, eh?
Adherents ain't welcome around the Pearl District. Mind yourself.
God, you've got a real ugly mug.
E aí, galera, beleza? Esse negócio aqui mesmo.
No signs of a struggle. Looks like his adventure today.
Well, I can't say I've met one like you before, but I'm sure you hear that all the time. Oh, heavens no. I would never treat with such folk. But I know who would. Look for Remio up in the Pearl District, and who knows where Adelgund wandered off to now. Couldn't stay away, could you? Oh, no. Stand where you must, darling. I appreciate the view. Oh, heavens no. I would never treat with such folk. But I know who would. Look for Remio up in the Pearl District, and who knows where Adelgund wandered off to now.
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunter and guide in all of Dawnshore?
Just Dawnshore? Whew, must be slipping.
You just look like a drunken dwarf to me. Seen 1,000 of you roaming back home in Adir.
Do you mind?
Don't get many adherents in here.
Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of my cool. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
Vamos ver o que acontece. Caso você o tenha confundido com outra pessoa, não deixarei ninguém falar comigo desse jeito. Verdadeiro, um especialista precisa ser capaz de tolerar provocações que vêm de baixo.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adira Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Drago Sakasat Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Pensa agora, seu amigo. Está tudo sob controle. Vai ser Marius, acha que devemos intervir.
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if you're bored, we could always start something anyway. I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
Cãibras. Comecei em breve, então. Se você quer anotar, é melhor. Espere ele virando o homem com base em um palpite. Te gosto desse cara. Nem nenhuma arma para os fracos.
Wait until you get to know him.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods. You.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Wow's eyes. That breaks.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person.
E o que você está blefando? Sobrevivendo aquele.
Wasn't a bluff. That was a test. Any hunter worth their salt knows Widow's Kiss has no effect if it's ingested. And he actually believed I could pay the bartender to poison someone's drink. Gods, the taverns in Adir must be rough.
Pensado, com certeza não vão mexer com você, não. Desapontou pouco que você não os tem envenenado.
Right. That's the goal. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you.
Exatamente, sabe quando poderíamos encontrá-los?
I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them. Bloodstains, footprints, darts left behind. If we find anything at all, we can find your assassins. We'll figure this out, Avowed. Don't you worry.
Novo companheiro. Anão arqueiro.
See, Marius? Told you I wasn't ready to hang it up yet.
I had it under control, Avowed. But thanks.
Ah, it's the principle of the thing. Now, what'll it be? As opposed to what? Some of my crewmates smoked it when I sailed with the Principe. Figured if any of them ever washed up here, they'd want a place to land.
Você saber o que você sabe. Pensando bem, não precisa, não.
If you want information, I've got it. Just a matter of what you'll pay for it.
5 peças.
Suit yourself.
Right here. This is where the envoy fell.
If it were me, I'd take the shot from up there above the embassy. Let's see if we can get up there.
An interesting day so far. An interesting day indeed.
Erudita até o canto.
Well, I'll be chomped by a Zarep queen. You're that godlike from the docks. I can't believe my luck. Nothing all year, and then boom, interesting strangers just falling out of the sky. Indeed, a young dwarf and his crew stopped by. Seemed agitated, like they were afraid of someone. They were asking where they could find luminous Ardra, of all things. Can't imagine what they'd needed it for. I said they were most likely out of luck, but I might know somewhere they might find some if they looked hard enough. Not long ago, a group of animancers looked to carry out some experiments into teleportation. They carried their instruments and a healthy supply of luminous adra to the island of Castel's Folly. It's possible there's some still there.
Fiasco do Castal. E Castal. Os experimentos não tenham dado certo. Se não me engano, você pedirão sobre a animação.
Castel's Folly is the small island not far from here to the east. It's a difficult place to traverse, but those folks might be desperate enough to try. Question, why are you looking for those sailors? Did the Valian captain send you?
Só queremos ter certeza de que eles estão bem.
The folks you're looking for are probably getting themselves killed searching for Adra that probably isn't there. I can tell you wouldn't listen to me if I warned you not to go to Castel's Folly, so I wish you luck. I could use some luminous Adra myself. These bones aren't getting any younger.
Here, by the graffiti. You can reach the roofs from here. With any luck? We're making sure you stay dead. Quiet, Nimdut. Take him down. Hey! Just over here! Well done. You, wouldn't think behind the embassy spiders, but here you go. I think I sprained my shoulder.
As do asa escura.
Over here. Look. Envoy, I've got something.
Frasco de veneno. Está vazio, mas tem cheiro de água de pântano. Frutas estragadas.
Smells familiar, but I can't place it. Whatever it is, it's not used for game hunting or keeping beasts out of your garden. The apothecary might know more. That's where I'd look.
Seems like a good place to start.
Fazer visita ao apotecário. Eu já estava me esperando. Pergunto o que isso quer dizer.
It tells us they were hunting you. Whoever did this takes pride in their work. They made sure this stuff would kill you. Go back to the market and up the stairs to the east. You'll see a large building with a big window on top.
The Mermaid's Den. Nice place. We should say hello to Juliana while we're there.
The apothecary is in the back alley. Any luck? We could track down who made this poison. Find your killers.
Fisherman missing. Last seen near the water mill, northwest of the river.
Walk in, give her the letter, and go. You can do this.
Esse não.
If you're really quiet, you can hear actors' souls dying as people just keep on walking.
Your affairs of men have no place at this tree.
Oh, what do you want? Quickly! I have an audience waiting for me. It's no use. There's nothing to interrupt. My friends thought it'd be funny to get roaring drunk last night. Only one showed up today, and he was in no shape to perform. They've all gathered out there, and I don't have a show to give them. I can't play every part myself. I just can't.
I've heard imagining the audience naked helps.
Do you really believe that?
Depends on the audience, I guess.
I suppose they wouldn't object to a one-man show? The question is, which one? I've only memorized a few. I could do Beltramo's Lament, or the Deerwood Tree, or maybe the May Queen's Conquest. Yes, that should do perfectly. Thank you again, my friend. Now to go out and face them.
So much to do.
Hi, Mark.
Jogar até o fim?
Don't worry.
Cara, não
It's just
sei.
gets fancier from here.
Não sei se vai dar. Espero que sim. Pretendo jogar ele. Já é outro lugar. Aqui não. Ele tem a opção de ativar a terceira pessoa. Não gostei muito não. Eu queria manter a primeira pessoa mesmo. É verdade. Tá, também achei interessante. Dá a opção, né? Pra pessoa escolher. É interessante. É melhor que pagar o DLC, é verdade. Aí a Ult fez isso. Né? Se eu não me engano, eles pegaram um mod de um cara aí que fez, né? Fez o jogo em terceira pessoa. Eles pegaram e venderam isso. Foda.
Just act natural. Nothing weird going on here. Why is that one looking at me?
Let us in, sweetheart.
I told you, we're closed.
Not for us, you're not.
What's a man gotta do to get his needs met around here?
Huh. If you think we'll roll over after you steal from us.
That's exactly what I think.
Fine. Take it up with Juliana.
Oh, don't worry. We will. Wasting my time. That's the apothecary I'm looking for.
All you have is not enough.
I'm telling you, there's no coin left. Business has been slow.
Fine, we'll make a deal. I can break your arms, or I can break your legs.
This can't be happening. Help!
Huh. Aren't you the Outlander who died in the streets? How are you... Gah, it doesn't matter.
You've got to help. He's gonna hurt me again.
Everyone take a deep breath. No one is hurting anyone else today. Right?
You seem to like beating up on little guys. Want to take a run at me?
Listen to me, dead man. What happens here does not concern you. Walk away.
He's been shaking me down for half my earnings. But now I can't afford to feed my family.
Take it easy. He's gonna walk away and leave you in peace, right?
Unless you want another arrow in your guts, turn around and leave us to our business.
Sobrevivi ao além. Tipo, a fazer o mesmo. Diga-me o que você sabe sobre os rebeldes e vou deixá-lo aí. Tirar o dedo do meio. Afaste-se desse homem. Está aí. Com Louie. Aqueles rebeldes me mataram.
You Adirans always think everyone's out to get you. If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already. This is getting tiresome. I wasn't really gonna hurt the apothecary, but I'm really, really gonna hurt you.
Você é o meio na vertical. Você não escolhe além do seu tamanho. Meu amigo cai.
Why did you have to bring size into this?
He's only saying that because these fools wouldn't stand a chance against you. Listen, I get it. Times are tough, and you thought this man was easy pickings. Now, you know better. So, walk away while you can.
A scrawny human and a tree trunk of an Almawa. I can take those odds.
Hey, boss, maybe we shouldn't. Fighting a godlike seems wrong somehow.
I knew you'd gone soft. We'll settle this as soon as I'm done here.
You're mine now. Oh. Yeah.
Hey, get him, boy!
One for you!
This time, you're gonna stay dead.
Just when I thought this would be too easy.
That's Nala. You really stepped in the socket now.
De perto.
Let's see what you got.
I can't believe they're dead. It's over.
Another win, but who's counting?
Grandão. Demorou pra matar.
Envoy, thank you for dealing with those miscreants. There's a plague on these streets, and they are a symptom.
A gang of bullies shaking down honest folk? Seems more like the cause to me.
It's no more dangerous here than anywhere else. It's just that monsters here have knives instead of fangs.
You even killed Thala, the biggest, baddest of them all. The Sparrowhawks are gonna come after you.
Maior e pior de todos. Os aviões viram atrás de você.
They don't. That's the problem. You don't have to come to my defense. No one sticks their neck out for anyone in these parts.
Precisava de frasco de veneno? Você sabe sobre isso?
Poison? Let me take a look. Wait, I recognize that from my wares. It's oil distilled from Santa Torre, a berry native to the Living Lands.
Vendeu veneno que me matou. Vender veneno e pagar. Isso nós estamos fazendo, gostando mais de você. Vários caras que sabem sobre Santo Atorai.
Just that it's supposed to act quickly, and that you shouldn't mess with it if you don't know what you're doing.
So don't, under any
Salve,
circumstances,
chique.
mix it up with moonberries.
Por favor.
Before you ask, I can't tell you who bought the poison. If word got around that I was ratting my clients out to the adherents, it'd be the end of me.
Descobri-se que eu agora temos clientes para os adiranos. Seria meu fim. Isso que é minha vida pra você, liga-me. Ficar aí nos kits. Seus cantos são assassinos, sua refeição será menor que suas preocupações.
Damned if I do and damned if I don't, then. The truth is, I never saw the customer's face. They wore a hood. A monk's cowl, I believe. But I can tell you that Sanatore is used in religious rituals. Prophets and seers will do anything to leave their bodies.
As questões à procura de algo místico. Certamente deixei meu corpo. Além de seu veneno foi eficaz. Mas depois você não vai gostar se descobrir que está escondendo algo de mim.
I have nothing to hide. Not anymore. Just talking to you has put me at odds with Paradise. I have no wish to be at odds with Adir as well.
If you want mystic types, you want to go visit the Temple of Andra. Probably the only reason you'd want to go there.
On the other hand, Claviger Amond was cozy with plenty of mystics and oddballs. We could check out his estate for clues.
Go past the Hightown Gate to the north, then follow the road eastward until you reach the statue of Andra.
Agradeço a ajuda antes de ir. Você pode me dizer sobre esses Avowed? Para fazer meus negócios com assassinos.
Look, most Paradisans don't like the adherents. We've been here for generations and we knew how to handle our own. Adir changed that, and not for the better. Some of us have been more wronged by Adir than others. Well, wronged by the Steel Garrote. They're a minority of Paradisans, but they're willing to kill to strike back at Adir, even at an Imperial envoy.
Careful where you say that. The last thing Paradise needs is Adiran panic.
I hope that I've been able to assist you in some small way. Good luck in your investigation, envoy.
The poisoner from one of the temples. So much for the gods working through miracles and mysteries.
My potions are brewed with local ingredients. Feel free to take a look.
I don't think we're going to be welcome here for long. All those sparrowhawks will be sniffing around here any minute. And since that's not the last skirmish we'll find ourselves in, I say we take this opportunity to stock up on some better equipment.
Você tem equipamentos. Podemos arrumar equipamentos nos cadáveres e nos cinemas.
If you want a guarantee of getting the good stuff, I recommend Paradise's main market. We're short on coin, but it's nothing a little work on the side won't fix. Sapiento could help us on that front once we find his luminous Adra.
Níveis de itens. No lugar agora.
behind you.
Yes. Fantasma.
What am I hitting? That's all of them. Hey, that looks like a totem to your burned queen. Looks like that broke off of something. Wonder where it goes.
Comenta de totem. Distrito administrativo.
Interlopers onto our streets. And where did it get him? Slain! Murdered! We must stand against tyranny!
The gods will make them pay!
You! Aderin! You herald the end of our way of life! You are a scourge upon our city! The citizens of Paradise have come to hear the truth. They need to know what will befall us if we do not deal with you. You represent everything they stand for. You will find no peace here.
Que é isso, mulher? Não fiz nada pra você.
The Adirans only see us as soil to feed their dying homeland. Why should we nourish them? We have our own home, our own lives to live.
The Clavenger deserve better!
They will never take our home!
This is where people go to buy stuff that'll just get 'em mugged everywhere else.
You're gonna regret this. Found.
Hey! Over here! Find a better weapon.
Oh, meu pai.
Time to rally.
Caralho, moleque, foda.
Stay.
Everyone okay?
Quase que eu me lasco. Esse negocinho. Tem que ir por aqui. Vou passar aqui.
And here's where the rats live. Reasonable rent if you can get it.
I remember the family who lived there. I really thought they'd make a go of it.
Opa, salve. Hipopótamo. Bem-vindo no canal, valeu pela mensagem. Você acha jogo ruim? Explica aí pra nós. Você não gosta do estilo do jogo?
No one lives there at the moment. I guess the Clavenger didn't like having neighbors.
Well, that didn't take long.
Don't mess with us.
That's right.
Let's see what we got.
Esse aqui é cara forte, né? Para fôlego ativa quando você fica capacitado. Isso era uma parte da sua vida. Se você ficar capacitado enquanto recupera fôlego, se tiver em recarga, você morrerá. Reduz o tempo de recarga do recupera fôlego e aumente a quantidade de vida restaurada gastando pontos de atributo em determinação.
Gotcha.
Take a
Leste.
moment, people.
Cacete. Tem mais ninguém aqui não, né?
I'm starting to see why Amond was going gray all of a sudden.
Tem uns 3. A chave de propriedade. Aqui um cara, né? Vou botar aqui. Está que nem deles.
If there's anything worth finding, it'll be in here. The housekeeping isn't what it used to be.
Envoy, over there. Looks like enough.
São aqui. Um fio da chave branca. Olha isso. A chave não tá. secreto.
Well, there you have it.
So, Claviger Amon not only knew about the rebels, he also gave them access to a hideout in the cistern.
Clavigero. Amante. Só sabia sobre os rebeldes, mas também deu acesso a um esconderijo na cisterna. Você conhecia ele? Tinha alguma ideia sobre isso? Parece que ele também gostava dos Aediranos.
None. I knew he was protective of Paradise, but I never would have dreamed he'd get in bed with organized rebels. Look, everyone who settles in the Living Lands comes from somewhere, but until recently, those settlers have been people, not nations. But when Adir built an embassy and filled it with dignitaries and troops, some started to worry that your laws and governors would follow.
Right, all of that. Don't forget why we're here. You hired me to hunt the rebels down, and now we know where they are. The cistern beneath the Temple of Andra. Good place for a hidden base. It sits just below the city, where the people and patrols will never look.
Eu vou parar uma base secreta. Fica logo abaixo da cidade ali. As pessoas e as patrulhas nunca procurariam. Eu me disse que esses rebeldes vão ficar quietos.
Maybe we should bring reinforcements. I bet Heelguard would be happy to spare some of his guards if we ask nicely.
They'd only slow us down. Besides, any fighting we do in the cistern will be close quarters.
On to the Temple of Andra, then. It's east of here, just across the canal, in the plaza with the big statue.
Right. After you.
Três, velho. Não é fácil, não. Sua vida máxima.
Damn rickety table. No envoy. Go right on through. I could really go for another drink.
Murderers!
How awful.
Not to worry, envoy. Got one of the bastards. We caught this one trying to break into the embassy.
Nota do assassino.
You adherents are vile!
It's a horrible situation all around.
The Steel Garrote are even in Paradise? And to think I left Adir to leave behind their kind.
Paradise! Do not be afraid of any plague. With one drop of my miracle elixir, your...
Lady of Lament, grant us your strength, so we may overcome adversity as the wave overcomes the shore. Welcome to the Temple of Andra.
Pega essa poção, pelo menos.
Very bold of you to take the burdens of others. I hope they serve you well.
Fresh from the finest distilleries in Thirdborn, the only potent.
Safe to say, Andra's got a wealthy patron here somewhere.
Maybe don't look so endearing around here. Paradise militia can be a bit oversensitive.
Gods, these Vortican bastards are oppressive, telling me to straighten up in my post.
Those Steel Garrote are going around crowing about justice, as if this is their city.
I don't mind the adherent squadrons in town, but those Steel Garrote soldiers being here give me the creeps.
Hail. Welcome to my shop, envoy. Have I... Yeah, I've lived here my entire life. So did my parents and their parents before them. Couldn't tell you. Been so long the family's forgotten. Don't really care, honestly. We keep the city safe as best we can. Happy?
Nice place.
Don't mind Marius. The only gardens where he comes from are full of mushrooms.
Isso aqui vai dar, hein?
Wouldn't think assassins would be hiding out in a temple, but what do I know?
Welcome to the temple. Hail and well met. The Temple of Andra is open to all. Oh, you must be the Adiran envoy. How wonderful to meet a godlike in our holy sanctum. I take it you're here on official business. Thankfully, no. Only the faithful and the devout come through here. Always have and always will. My goodness, no! People say they're outlaws blending in with honest citizens, killers and cutpurses of the lowest sort. But why ask me about the... Wait, you're not implying that I'm involved with that lot, are you?
Já sei. Vigiro e deu a chave dessa está. Você não está vestindo místico.
Imagine me in league with political rebels. This has exhausted my patience. A temple is no place for an interrogation.
Essa parte para ver o que seria. Vamos conversar sobre isso na embaixada com a inquisidora.
Tell it to my people. Tricked out of their homes. Driven out of the city they helped build.
Your people, huh?
Let's be clear. I've done nothing wrong, and all you have are baseless accusations. Now I'm afraid the temple is closed to you, Envoy. I trust you can see yourself out? Shit. Let me guess. He wrote it all down? The Claviger was far too trusting. Probably what got him killed. All right. If you're willing to listen, then I'm willing to talk.
Nice work, Envoy.
Yes, I'm with the Resistance. We have a responsibility to defy your empire, to protect our way of life. For some of us, that means hiding in plain sight, passing messages between contacts, playing a role. For others, it's kill or be killed.
Poderia simpatizar com sua causa se soubesse mais a respeito.
Ask me anything you like, but be warned. You aren't ready for the answers.
O que é isso que você quer?
To be left alone. Paradis was fine without Adir. Your empire inserted itself where there was no need. You've impoverished us. Turned my brothers and sisters into beggars, squatting outside our own city walls.
Pense por mim, ator.
Eagwolf, a powerful man, but not in the way Adir understands power. When he knocks an arrow, the gods hold their breath. If you think you can reason with him, don't bother. You have nothing he wants.
Aqui a cidade está cheia de Ediranos.
None of them are the Emperor's plaything. You must be special, and not in a good way. I have nothing more to say to you. If you're so eager to die again, the one you want is downstairs in the cistern, no doubt sharpening his blade. The door is on the wall to your left.
Ok. Se for esperta, vai se entregar às autoridades. Você deveria deixar a cidade, não é mais seguro. Perdemos aqui, atacar, você foi muito útil. Só posso confiar em você.
And why would I do something idiotic like that?
Não é do que morrer com seus princípios. Entregue sua inquisidora caçará você. Talvez o garrote de aço tenha clemência.
You see everything at its worst. Gods, just look at what the Empire has done to you. Fine. I'll contact the embassy myself. Maybe this doesn't have to be the end. Take the door into the cistern. Your killer awaits you.
Ei. Pronto. Tá batendo esse cabra. Aqui, moça. Eita, agora. Não, pau agora, tudo.
Stale air, thick darkness, and a smell that peels your eyes back. Reminds me of home.
No, I just skipped a bath.
Tem um cenário aqui. Achei que era só pra enfrentar o cara.
Rebels ahead. Stay alert.
Unseen, unheard.
Esse cara aí bate demais. Deixa eu pegar pelas costas.
These people aren't trained assassins. They're just regular people with weapons.
They're trying to kill us. What else do you need to know?
Tem um bocado ainda, velho. Nossa, tem um monte de gente aqui.
Watch out. Pressure plates on the floor.
Dispositiva.
That should disable the pressure
Vai ficar
plates.
olhando ainda. Liga esse negócio.
If you want help burning through that, just say the word.
Keep quiet.
Isso.
Show me what you got. Let's see what you got. Got them all.
Fala, Leon Souls. Bem-vindo ao canal, valeu pela presença. Boa noite.
You know what that web means. Be ready.
More blessed day spiders. Fui de meio. Take your best shot. Hey, over here.
O tamanho dessa arma.
Hold it. Next one's mine.
Achei aquela parte da primeira cidade. A gente chega bem pesado. Pesada e o gráfico. Eu acho que pesou o gráfico por isso.
This one's mine.
FPS.
Gotcha.
Morre, cara. Puxa, os caras morreram.
Come and get me!
What about these spiders? Are
Ixi.
they threatening enough for you?
The spiders are just trying to survive. Maybe these people are too.
Guts. Not this.
Pisou lá na praia.
I sense a Marius lecture coming.
Eu tô deixando em alto o gráfico, né? E DLS equilibrado. Não sei qual é a configuração do teu PC. Se tu joga numa qualidade alta, né? Mas no meu caso aí, na minha RTX 4070, o jogo pesa quando eu deixo o gráfico em épico e uso um DLS com qualidade, por exemplo. Deixando em alto em DLS equilibrado fica legal. Pra chegar aos 60 FPS. Geração de quadros ativa. Eu acabei de informar, né? Tá em alto o gráfico e DLS equilibrado, balanceado. Vou mostrar aqui. DLS balanceado, equilibrado. Aqui tá em alto. E esse cara aqui é ativo também, geração de quadros. Se eu desativar vai dar uma queda aí. Vamos ver como é que fica. E bugou o meu aplicativo, não mostra. Tá mostrando FPS, por quê? Tá uns bugados. Subo aqui.
Stand hot.
Eita. Dá pra abrir. Ação, canita. Tá rodando bem sem geração de quadros. Achava que ia pesar, mas... Não subi não. Mapa aqui. você subir. Deixa eu subir. Como foi que tu fez isso? Não vai subir, velho. Já tá aqui. Nossa. Machado longo. Subir ali. Só no ar. Chama esse sistema.
That key opens the big double doors we saw on the way here.
Quebrou a perna. Só vem essa varinha, velho. Mas vem aqui.
Remember that time in Emerald Stair? You let that thief take all our supplies.
He was starving. I wasn't gonna kill a man over a few rations.
We needed our supplies. We almost died without them.
True.
You let your heart get in the way of your survival.
When did you become a poet?
Just blessed day now. Like it?
Still needs work.
Joga esse negócio aí. Deve jogar esse troço. Ele joga bem. Tem um salto mágico. Já lá. Saiu lá. Então isso. Meu homem. Mais um monte aqui.
Keep quiet.
Ali.
Why would you waste time building a deadly trap when a simple no entry sign would suffice?
Some people have way too much time on their hands.
Tá cheio de armadilha. Bom, guys, vou dar uma pausa por aqui. Deixa eu continuar aí na próxima live. Pensamos bastante aí. Agradeço mais você que chegou aí no canal. Se inscreve pelo YouTube, deixa o like. Deixa o like também na live. Agradeço mais, valeu. Deixa eu montar aqui. Mas galera, agradeço mais aí a presença de todos vocês. Se inscreve aí pelo YouTube. Deixa aquele likezão aí na live. Se inscreva também, agradeço mais. Você que participou aí no chat. Opa, salve Victor. Valeu pela presença aí. O jogo tá bom, mediano. Cara, eu tô achando mediano, sim. Essas coisas não. Ainda tô mais no início, né? Não sei tanto no jogo ainda, mas eu tô achando mediano. Pelo visto, as avaliações dele não tá muito boa, né? Na Steam, eu vi não tão muito boas não. O jogo tá pesando um pouco. Pelo menos a versão para PC, né? Mas acho até normal pesar um pouco. Exige um pouco graficamente. Valeu, galera, na roxinha também. Valeu pela presença. Tamo junto aí, Mike Play. Valeu pela força aí, mano. É isso, galera. Mais tarde eu volto com mais uma live. A gente continua aí nossa gameplay. Avowed. Aguardo vocês aí na próxima live, beleza? Então é isso, que não deixou o like aí ainda no YouTube, deixa o likezão, se inscreve aí no canal, galera. Se tá pela roxinha aí, deixa o seu apoio também com seu follow. Acompanha aí o conteúdo do canal. Também tem o canal de cortes. Acabei não divulgando aqui. Tem as redes aí, demais redes também, Instagram, Discord. Canal de cortes, né? Cortes do AndeXGames. Caso você queira acessar aí, acompanhar também os vídeos que eu solto lá. Destaque aí das lives. E é isso, galera. Ficando por aqui. Temos a live no canal. Espero que vocês tenham curtido. Beleza? Forte abraço. Até a próxima e valeu.